Good morning, guys. I don't know what I did differently today. I don't know what is going on, but I'm awake. I'm alive. I'm here with you guys. Good morning. It is 10:02 in the morning, March 27th, a Thursday. To me, it kind of feels like Friday. Maybe that's the vibe. We've had such a good week. The morning team really kicking butt this week. Our stories have been good. We've been really entertaining you guys while informing you at the same time. Yesterday's stream keeps me recharged for about a solid week. We got to meet Red yesterday, obviously over at Orange County Animal Services. Good morning, Nathan, over on YouTube. Thanks for watching. Remember, guys, share these links. Let people know that you're watching. Give it a like, give it a follow, subscribe, set up the alerts, because believe it or not, that's how my mom watches. So my mom gets the notification on YouTube. She clicks the link. She grabs a cup of coffee. She puts the dogs out in the backyard. And then, boom, she enjoys a little 20-minute stream with her son. You can enjoy it with me. I'm not your son, but I'm your buddy, right? Something like that. So today, keeping it simple. So I didn't have anything scheduled today, right? So I walked in, and we have an amazing desk, a content center that gathers all the information that you guys send in and then distributes, and we figure out how we go about it. So Jana, this morning, I was like, guys, what do you want to know? What are you guys confused about? And she is still a student over at UCF, so a younger driver. And she goes to me, Steve, I got a question that I've always been curious about. You know how you have double right turn, sometimes triple right turn lanes? And I was like, yeah. And I knew where she was going almost immediately. And she goes, can you make a right from any of those? And I was like, obviously, you haven't been here very long, because that is a question we answer on Ask Trooper Steve at least once a year, that we do address that. Today, we're going to show you about it. Super simple, nice and easy, and talk about. Show and talk, because that's what Results One allows us to do. Good morning, Kevin. Appreciate you joining us this morning. And we're going to just navigate it. We're going to use International Parkway at 46A H.E. Thomas as our demonstration area, because there are times where you're allowed to make a right, and there are times when you're not allowed to make a right. So let's go for a nice drive. We'll talk. We'll educate while we're going for this stream. VAMK, V-A-M-K, Sweet Trooper Steve. I'll take that. Good morning to you. Hope you're having a good start to the day. So let's take a nice drive here in Results One, our Gibson Truck World vehicle. I love this truck, guys. You guys have no idea what this did for me here at News 6. I love this gig. I think this gig is great. We are blessed at News 6, but having this resource, we can get to weather. We can go show up on any scene real quick and get results. All right, guys, let's get turned around here. You know what I noticed, or someone noticed and pointed out to me, and if it wasn't a friend of mine, I would have been a little upset. Packing up the pounds, guys. Oh, I saw it. They circled it and sent it to me yesterday. I was like, really? That's not very nice. So, all right, let's pull out here to International Parkway this morning. Results One currently reading a beautiful 73 degree. Look at the sky, guys. It's gorgeous. We're going to look left. Clear. Look right, not clear. We have vehicles coming through that light. Of course, looking at this median, I don't want to just plant myself out in the median, so we're going to wait. We're going to wait till it's completely clear. We're going to look left again. Left lane showing. We do have some oncoming cars. Speed limit out here is incredibly slow. It's very odd, but it's incredibly slow. A lot of pedestrian and bicycles. Thanks for the signal there, Lexus. Not. All right, so let's pull on out. And we're out here. We're going to be northbound International Parkway here in Seminole County. A lot of pedestrians through this area. So when you're making these turns, keep in mind, it's not a mandatory turn. Every turn like that, a right on red, when it is allowed, is optional. It's optional to the driver behind the wheel. It's not up to another driver to get upset with you or honk at you. it is truly up to you whether or not it is safe for you to make that right on red. So in a single travel lane, when you make that right on red, what are we doing? We're approaching it because the light's red. So we come to a stop. We put on our turning signal. As long as there's no sign that indicates no right on red, then you can do so safely. So what do? You come to a complete stop, and then you make your right on red. Quick pause here for a second. This drives me crazy. Okay? These bicyclists here, they're doing everything right. They're doing everything right. But look at the multi-million-dollar bike trail that's off to the side over there. Why not use that? Why be in the travel lane itself? Never makes any sense to me. Also, heads up, Lake Mary Police Department sitting right here in the median. They like to do speed enforcement out here on International Parkway. So please be careful. Okay, back to what I was doing. But like really, it's no joke. I almost want to go measure it. I think it's like 14 feet wide. Smooth, no bumps, no cars. Why would you not want to ride there? Anyways, when you come to those stops at a red light, that's what you have to do, part one, right? So in the state of Florida, if you want to make the right on red, you can, but you have to signal, and you must be at a complete stop first. There's no rolling these things. There's no yielding. I don't know where people started, like, just when they look, that's clear, and then they go. Big no-no. Also, if it does say no right on red, what are we doing? You're staying absolutely still. It's that simple. But you still are required to use your turning signal. You want to indicate to other drivers, even if you're in the travel lane. Florida law says anytime that you are changing the direction of your vehicle, the direction of travel is changing, you must indicate 100, I think, feet, it says, prior to doing so, whether you're in the turning lane or not. It's obvious that you're going to be turning, yes, but you got to indicate, all right? Also around here, pedestrians, please make sure you're paying attention. Never assume that the vehicle sees you, but drivers, the infrastructure is here for a reason. So you do want to make sure that you're obeying these laws. A failure to obey a traffic control signal for a pedestrian is a moving violation. Guys, that'll cost you $164 to $166, depending what county you're in. That's a lot of money. 3 points on your driver's license. Even more money, because then that affects your insurance. You want to make sure you're paying attention. All right, so we're going to get ready to come up on a double right turn lane. Double right, where you have a far right, and then what we have is what I call the left right. Two going in the right direction. I'm praying that this lines up with us properly here. So here we go. Northbound on International Parkway, can you make a right on red from multiple right turn lanes? So we're going to go here into the left one. Turning signal on. Everyone's stacking up in the right. I'm going to come to a complete stop. I come to the complete stop. There's nothing that says I can't make the right on red, right? So I look left. I have a vehicle coming. I'm going to wait. We're clear. I'm going. And I am allowed to conduct that right on red. Did anybody notice what was also present there? Anybody? Give you a second? Maybe not. So there was a large black box next to the traffic signal because it is a intermediate no right on red area. Depending on the pedestrian traffic in that area, what has been activated and what traffic signal is green, sometimes they will not allow the right on red. Meaning, neither of those lanes can make the right. What do we also see sometimes? Sometimes you will see a sign that says, right on red from right lane only. What would that mean? Meaning, if you're in the left right turning lane, you would not be able to make that right at that time at that location. But if you're in the right turning lane, then you would be able to make that turn, but not the ones to the left. Does that make sense? Makes sense to me. It's pretty crystal clear. So let's add a third lane to it. As long as there were no signs that said that, then you would be able to make said turn. I want to show you that exact example. Signage is the key when it comes to everything, right? Think about it. Everything we have talked about for 8+ years with me being your traffic safety expert has been what? Signage. It tells you exactly what's happening as long as you're paying attention. So I want to show you a huge new example of the right on red theory. Okay, so here we go. Right on red. As we approach Reinhardt, we have 3 right turn lanes, okay? What am I going to do? I'm going to go to the far right one here. Now the light's green, but what does it say on the top here? No turn on red from this lane. No turn on red from this lane. But does allow a right on red from the far right lane. So that was an exact example of what I was just telling you about. Pretty cool. Well, in my world, it's pretty cool. So I hope this makes some sense to you. I hope this allows you to almost even travel a little bit more. Maybe even make a right and keep moving in a time to where you did not do that previously. I know a lot of people that I tell them that and they're like, wait, what? Wow, I never knew that. And then they start doing it. The biggest thing I can suggest is, look, I'm sitting here at a red light right now. Right here. Can I make a right on red here? I can, but do I have to? No, I do not have to. So keep in mind, right on red is only if you are comfortable, okay? Let's see what this comment just came in. Let me read this real quick. Hold on. I want to make sure that we're safe when we're doing that. So just give me 1 second, because it looks like a good one. We don't get a lot of long ones in here, and I want to make sure that we read this properly. Come on, Bozo, the clown over here, just right here in the middle of the travel lane. You would hate Illinois. 1 out of 5 cars lane dart across multiple lanes and other wild things. Vamp, have you been on I-4? We got the same thing. We've talked about stuff like that where drivers are here. Oh my gosh, my exit's there. 4 lanes of traffic in a matter of like 2.4 seconds. It is insane. So I want to give a huge thanks to our producers for making this happen now. We are trying to keep up with making sure that we can communicate directly with you. If we want to do this live, we want to make it as live as possible. This is live. I'm telling you right now, like, as much as I'm sitting right here, it's really happening. But if we can communicate with each other, good morning, my friend Sue from Canada, then think of the results that we can make happen. We can have a full conversation right here, live in the truck. So make sure you're sharing, make sure you're subscribing, make sure that if you're enjoying this, share it with other people who you think could enjoy it. Because at the end of the day, traffic safety belongs to everybody. Nowhere else are we doing traffic, are they doing traffic safety like we're doing here at WKMG News 6 in Orlando. So listen, I'm going to cut it simple today. Keep it nice and dry like that. Go back and watch this if you've got any questions. Share it, like it, post it. And guys, tomorrow's Friday. Crystal's still not back. She's enjoying her vacation, but she'll be back next week. We'll wrap out the week strong. Keep in mind, I'm going to keep talking about it till I'm blue in the face. Saturday, Pints and Paws, Sanford, downtown. Make sure you're there. Come out and support local charities. And beer and dogs. All pets are invited. All right, guys, you have an amazing day. Drive safely. We'll see you bright and early, 5 a.m. We're just doing things differently. We'll see you later.